Hey everybody, Ronnie here. So my pickup is not until 2:30 today. I'm 17 miles away from my shipper. So you know, got here last night. So I get to spend a big portion of today sitting here at the truck stop. And as I sat here at the truck stop, I watched a whole bunch of truckers just crank the trucks up and go. I saw a few do a pre-trip, but as a PSA, I'm gonna go ahead and basically walk through a pre-trip with you. I hope you enjoy. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do our pre-trip. The first thing we want to do is get out of the truck. Before I get out of the truck, I am going to come down here and start what I call my light show. What that does is, whoops, got to turn the key on. But what that does is it starts a systems check and runs the lights through a cycle so that you can check to make sure everything's working properly. All right, there we go. All right, see, you can see here, systems check. It'll go through everything. We'll check it when we come back. It should be fine. It better be fine. My truck just got out of the shop, right? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pop my hood. And this side. Now I know a lot of people go up front and open the hood. Oh, before I open the hood, I am going to come up here. I'm going to get a look at the truck. Make sure all the lights are functioning properly, which we can see they are. I'm also going to get a look under the bottom, make sure there's nothing leaking, and then I'm going to go ahead and open the hood. Oh. There we go. So while I'm over here, I'm going to check, make sure I got enough washer fluid. Get a look at all of my hoses, make sure that they're not cracked or torn or leaking or anything like that. I'm going to get a look at my AC compressor, make sure it's not leaking. My alternator, make sure that it's none of the wires are burnt or cracked or broken. Welcome back to CDL school. My serpentine belt, make sure that it's in good condition and it only has about a ½ inch of flex or so. Same thing with the secondary belt up there. I'm going to get a look at my suspension, make sure that it's all in good condition. My brakes, get a look down here, and everything looks good. I don't know why that is broken. I will have to go ahead and make a note of that and see about getting that replaced at some point. I'm gonna get a look at my turbo, all the hoses going to it, make sure my clamps are tight. Everything looks good on this side, and I don't see any obvious leaks from the engine on this side. So now we're going to come over here onto the driver's side. Once again, double check the side of my engine, make sure that I don't see any leaks. I'm going to check my coolant, make sure it's in the proper level. which it is. I will check my oil. I'm not going to actually pull it out right now because I'm holding the camera also. My power steering fluid. Make sure that that's all good. I'm going to check my steering, the shaft, the steering box, drop link, you know, all the steering linkages, the suspension on this side, the brakes, that all looks good, and all the way down in here. Always want to double check that. Okay, I am going to go ahead and get a look here, make sure that my tire is properly inflated, that the wheel itself is in good condition, the lug nuts are all tight. You know, can't really turn them by hand anyway, so you know what I do is I look for, you know, rust trails or shiny threads. Make sure that my hub is not leaking and that my valve stem is has a cover on it. I'm gonna check the tread depth on my drive tire. I'll do this on the other side also at the end, but the tread depth needs to be at least 4/32 of an inch, I think. So this is good. Get a look at the side, make sure that my mirror's not cracked or broken or anything like that. Get a look at the side here, everything's good. Get a look at my hoses. My hoses are in good condition. They are secured on both ends. My electrical line is actually a little backed out. Good thing I checked. And it's properly connected here. I'm gonna get a look at my drive shaft over here and my exhaust. All that looks good. And I get a look under here just to see if there's anything popping out that doesn't look right. I'm gonna get a look at the drive shaft back here and look for any leaks that might be happening here. I'm also gonna try and get a look at my brake system and make sure that that's all good. I'm also gonna come back here and get a look at my air ride suspension. The bags are fully inflated. They're not you know, bulging, they're not leaking. That's good. My fifth wheel is flush with the apron. The locking pin is in place and its locking harder pin is good. Same thing with this airbag. That's all good. I'm going to check my tires, make sure they're properly inflated. Generally speaking, I do a thump test. I've got a little rubber mallet that I use, and check the tread depth. Once again, I'm looking at 4/32 of an inch. And of course, we've got lots of noise from traffic here because I'm at an active truck stop. I just don't have anything better to do. Then I'm going to check the rest of the suspension, make sure it's all correctly connected. All right, just like on my steer wheels, I'm going to check the drive wheels, make sure that they're in good condition. They're not bent or broken. All the lug nuts are in place. There are no rust trails or shiny threads, and there's the hubs are not leaking. I'm going to double check, make sure that my mud flap is in place and that it's no less than 10 inches off the ground. While I'm back here, I also go ahead and get a look, physical look at my kingpin lock. just to make sure that it's still in place. My landing gear is secured and fully raised. I am going to get a look at the side of the trailer just to make sure my side marker light is flashing properly. I'm going to get a look at my hoses and wiring here, make sure it's all in good condition. In the winter, when you're driving through snow and ice, you do need to come back and knock the buildup off of these every once in a while. I'm also going to go look at the frame just to make sure nothing's bent out of place. Double check my brakes back here and make sure that my tandem is securely locked in place. I'm going to do the same thing with the tires here that I did on the drive tires. Make sure that they're all fully inflated, that they've got plenty of tread, that the lug nuts are in place, and since these are auto-filling tires, I'm going to make sure that there's no leaks in the air. I'm also going to double check the suspension on here. The airbag's good. There's another airbag back here, and that's good too. And double check this mud flap. This is the one that you're usually going to have problems with if you back up too close to a high curb. You can pinch the mud flap and knock it off. Check my lights here. The ABS light won't come on until I start the truck, but when I do, it should turn on briefly and then turn back off. If it doesn't, then that means I need to get this thing into the shop. Now I'm waiting for the light test to come back around. Did my light test time out? That's a possibility. So let's go double check, make sure my light test didn't time out. All right. And yep, that's exactly what happened. So I'm re-enabling the light test. All right, so on the back, I'm gonna check, make sure that my lights are all working, which they are. I am looking at my doors, making sure that they're in good condition. Seals are all in place. In the daytime, the best thing you can do is just put your hand under here, make sure that there's some light shining. If you don't have a light on your license plate, you will get pulled over for that. I'm going to do the same thing over here on this side that I did on the other. I'm going to check my mud flap. I'm going to check my tires. A lot of folks don't do this, but I still get under here, double check to make sure that my fifth wheel is locked on this side. And while I'm over here, I'm going to get a look at the brakes on the other side, as well as the airbags on this side. I am going to really quick just get another quick look at the frame from this side, just to make sure I didn't miss something from having just one angle. The side of the trailer I'm getting a look at, it's in good condition. My landing gear is up on this side properly. My mud flap, my tractor mud flap is in place. It is secure. It's no less than 10 inches off the ground. I'm going to check my tires on this side and wheels. I'm going to get a look at the locking pin on this side for the fifth wheel and check the suspension over here as well. I'm going to check, make sure that my mud deflector is in place. I am going to get a quick look at the back side of my trailer. make sure that it's in good condition. Get another look here, make sure there are no leaks, and that looks good. And from this side also, just to make sure I didn't miss something while I was on the other side. And finally, look at the side of the tractor and double check this wheel. Make sure the tread's good, the pressure's good, the wheel's good, the lug nuts are good. And we have made it all the way around. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. All right, well, that was the outside part of the pre-trip. I'll do the inside portion in a follow-up video. But I hope you saw something there that helped. The important thing is always do your pre-trip, okay? Even if it's not covering 100% of everything that we did here, at least, you know, get most of it and get the important things. Make sure your tires are in good condition, that they're properly inflated, and that they have the proper amount of tread. And then, you know, always double check to make sure no one went and messed with your airlines or fifth wheel. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down in the comments section. If you have an interest in joining Super Ego, give me a call. My number is on the screen, and I will put it in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.